My name is David Rajuili. I'm the former WBF International Super Featherweight Champion and former WBF All Africa Lightweight Champion.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Ringside Talk Show with your host, David Rajuili. Tonight we'll be talking with the punchers with our special guest, Ludumo Lamati. Ludumo Lamati, also known as 9mm in South Africa, has 18 fights, 0 losses, 1 draw. He is ranked number 14 in the super bantamweight division in the world rankings. He is the current IBO World Super Bantam Champion, winning his world title earlier this year. We'd like to welcome you, Ludumo, to Ringside Talk Show.
Thank you so much for the invite, brother. I appreciate it, man.
Brother. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, man.
A very busy guy. Thank you so much for your time, my brother.
Anything for you, champ. You know, man. I've been. You know, my first fight. I did my first fight, and I did my first fight same bill as you were in. I just forgot where it was,
City.
but. No, I'm telling you the truth. And the main fight was Dion Kutse.
Oh yes, I remember that one.
Yeah. So I appreciate, man, anything for you, champ. I mean, we've been around, man.
Thank you.
Thanks.
My brother, Ludumo Lamati. Can you tell us about yourself, where you grew up, your amateur career, where you're from? Who are you, Mr. Lamati?
I'm going to make this long story very short. My name is Ludumo Lamati. Make sure that's how you pronounce it, Lamati. Yeah.
Yes.
I grew up in East London, born, raised, grew up that side in Mtanzane, in a township called Mtanzane in Eastern Cape. Grew up in a township. It's a wood, going to school. You have to take care of yourself. You know how the wood it is, you have to be tough. The only thing that leads me to boxing is just I wanted to be tough, man, I just wanted to be tough.
Okay.
That's all. Because I was around the tough guys and the neighborhood was very rough. And the only way was for me to stand for myself, So that's how I wanted. That's how I end up into boxing. It also helps me, growing up in a rough neighborhood. You just get involved in stuff that's just going to make your life short, and you're not going to be anything in life. You're not going to make any change. You're not going to change anything from your family. So it helped me so much. It gave me a very good rhythm in life. So that's it. That's me, Ludumo Lamati, raised, born in East London, in Tanzania. Now he's a world champion. That's all I can say, baby.
For those people who don't know, watching from across the world, Eastern Cape, you said, It's Tanzania. It's a little province in South Africa. Yes, in the Eastern Cape.
It's in the Eastern Cape. It's in the Eastern Cape, down by the coastline of East in South Africa. It's a township close to a place called Emonti. Emonti is a suburb area, which is, South Africa has been divided in lots. So if I mentions like places, you need to know where. It's just a lot of bunch of things, man. But that's where I'm come from, and proudly South African and Tanzania born.
Oh, nice. And you started your amateur career there in Tanzania, or?
Yeah, at the age of 8, I started to get into a boxing gym at the age of 8. Yeah, bro. Ever since at that age, I've never stopped.
Nice, brother.
Because of the people that... Sorry?
No, carry on.
Because of the people that were around me, because they were trying to help the neighborhood. So at that age of 8 years, I decided to get inside the gym. It was a very good decision because I wanted to be tough, because I wanted to defend myself outside the home and street and everything, growing up in a rough neighborhood. So I entered the gym at that age, So the people that I was around, which is Bravido, the people that guided me at that age, from that age until age of 18, because I was taken home after that, because I was in a special program in the Eastern Cape that they did. It lasted for it lasted for like 6 years, I think.
Yeah. That's
So we were living,
brother.
we were living in an army base, but we were like in a camp. It's actually a camp, you know.
Yeah.
The only thing that we do is eat, boxing, school. That's all what we did for that 6 years. They took me at the age of 13, yeah. At the age of 13, yeah, at the age of 13 until age 20, 21 there.
Okay. So this is in the Eastern Cape, and they will take a bunch of you boxers to this camp. And
They started to do that. They started to do that 2006 with us, and then they stopped. They never carried on. Yeah, no, I don't want to go deep. Everything, sponsors and everything didn't go right, and it wasn't there because they were preparing us for 2012 Olympics, Road to London.
Olympics, yes. I remember something like this.
That's so they put us in a special program. So I've been boxing, man, ever since I was born.
That's that's amazing. You started actually at the same time. I was also 8 years old when I still remember when I started boxing. My heroes was your current manager now, Brian Mitchell. When I was growing up, which heroes were you looking up to growing up in boxing? Because you remember the days there was still blow by blow on TV. I remember Baby Jake Matlala, Brian Mitchell, and
Tingani Tobela.
Yes, who are your inspiration? Who are you looking up to at that young age?
Honestly, I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance, to see the guys at the young age. I started to make a research about them when I was old. I was into boxing for long.
Yes.
When I was gonna turn pro, and then I was started guys like Hawk. I did hear about them, but I never have a chance to sit down, watch them, analyze them, follow them, make them my role models and stuff. Remember phones and everything that that makes your role model closer to you. Because the people that were close to me, it was amateurs. If you remember Ludumo Lamati, if you remember Mutau, so it was people that were amateurs, that were seniors. So it was the people that I was around. I wasn't watching TV, the TVs and everything. I didn't have time for them, because at the age of 8, I was going to the school, come back to the gym, and I was just from school to the gym, and then from the gym. Since then, they took us at the age of 13 to academy. So I never have time to relax and watch TV and have all that. I was always doing something. They were always keeping us busy.
That's
because
my brother,
once they
I have to ask you 1 minute. I need to fetch the charger quickly for the next one.
Short, my man.
1 minute.
Short.
Hey man, I'm back, brother. I'm back. Sorry,
man.
Guys at home. Very sorry about that. Okay. Yes, brother. You were saying that you had no time to really look.
I have no time to really look at the TV or follow anyone because we were busy. And if we were not busy, we were busy with they never give us chance to go and be like any other kids and go play, have time for street because I was naughty. Immediately I have that chance, I do something stupid. Immediately I have that chance, I do something stupid in the street, So I didn't really actually have someone. I started when I was coming down, when I was getting older, okay, look, Hawk. And I was actually, trying to look at the history of my country and everything and trying to know more better, to educate myself about boxing, where I come from and everything and all. It happens just now. So I wouldn't say I was looking up to those guys. I will say now they inspired me now at this age, like they're inspiring me. They like when I'm watching and looking back, their achievements and everything that they did for boxing, they really are a big inspiration for what I'm doing now. Hello?
It was not even in Gold Reef City. Yeah, can you see me, brother?
Yeah, can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. We're still on, brother. We're still live.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Will you tell us about your first, your pro fight? You're going into the professionals. How was that? I know you were training under a hot stable at one stage with Nick Durant, with all the champions in South Africa. You were under that stable, I think, when you turned professional, if I'm not mistaken. And will you tell us about that, my brother?
Yeah, man. So this is what happened, man. After tired of amateur and everything, you know, I wanted to turn pro. Like I was tired. The traveling was exhausting. Like I didn't have chance. I didn't have time with the family. If you have been in a national team, you will understand exactly. It's like you don't have time for your studies. You don't have time for anything. You don't have time for life. You know, so I was like, if I turn pro, and it will be better, and then I will just, you know, I've been investing a lot of time in boxing. So in 2014, I turned pro, contacted Damon Durant. You know him for sure.
Yes.
Contacted
Yes.
Damon. I wanted to turn professional. Is it possible if you can organize me a meeting with your dad? He said, no problem. Speak with Lusanda. Speak with Lusanda. Look, immediately, Nick, book me a flight. I went into Joburg. That's where it all started. In that year, when I started turning pro, I think 6 fights.
Yeah. And you were unbeaten. No, and you were unbeaten in 6 fights, right?
Unbeaten. Yeah, I started very good in that year. In 2014, I started with 6 fights. In my debut, it was on March.
Yes.
And then 6 fights in 1 year, bro. It was a very interesting journey with Nick Durant and Damon. May he's so rest in peace, Nick Durant. He's a really legend, man. And I learned a lot from training in that stable with champions, guys like Muruti, Lusanda Komanisi, Jeffrey Matebula. Them. It's all the guys with experience, you know. It was really a privilege to just be around them and suck all that information and experience and knowledge. So
I was going to say now, I just heard you say that training camp with the people you were training amongst. I think at that stage, 2014, Nick Durant had the hottest gyms in South Africa. You had over 10 champions in the gym, from world champions to international champions to African champions. You had
just
legends.
Imagine,
You had the legends in there, or you had you had the best stable. You had all the weight divisions in there. So you were surrounded by champions and greatness from the word go. This must have really also inspired your boxing, put it on another level when you arrived in such environment.
100% for sure, brother. That's all it is. Just being around with those guys, you know, you just feel like you become part of them. You become a lion, you know. If you're around lions, you become a lion. You're present. You want people to feel your presence, and sparring with those guys and going to a fight. Nothing is going to stand in front of you. You just know, I'm going out at the gym because I know I have the toughest times in the gym. I'm not expecting the toughest times in the fight, because the gym, I'm getting everything that I need. So it was a great experience, man.
That's amazing, brother. And tell us about your pro career, your titles that you came across. How was the build up from, starting off with Nick Durant, 6 wins in 1 year? That's actually amazing, to have 6 fights in 1 year, especially back then in South Africa. Boxing wasn't as big as it is now, so that was very amazing. And man, run us through your amazing career you've had. You've had some titles, some IBF titles. Will you tell the fans a little bit about this?
Yo, man, it's actually not an easy journey. Boxing is not an easy journey. Still on this journey, even now, it's just a good. You enjoy, you cry. It just gives you a lot of everything. It gives you stresses. It gives you, because it's the love that I have for it. The journey wasn't easy. From 2014, turning professional at Nick Durant's stable, things were going good. We started very good. And then when you're getting into rankings, this is where everything starts to be. It's nice to be upcoming, And when you're in the stage of rankings and you want to be a champion and you're feeling like you're getting matured, then that's where the boxing business starts, once you're in the ratings. So that's where everything is going to be very difficult. That's where the journey is going to be very difficult. But, I know one thing in boxing, it's just a business, and it's a whole business. Especially when you say you're taking your vest down and you're turning pro, just know you entering into a whole business. So it happens like that from 2014. We push it till 2016, I think, with Uncle Nick, and then he retired. I don't remember when he retired. That's why I split up with him.
Yeah.
I split up with him when he retired. I went to Sean Smith.
Yes.
I think I went to Sean Smith with, I think I did like maybe 10 fights with Uncle Nick. We had a draw in Emperor's Paris with Cebo. I remember Cebo Ngema. He was very experienced, and I had like 6 fights. I had 4 fights. Sorry. I had 4 fights when I fought Cebo. I had 4 fights. It was my second year. Sorry. I have 6 fights. Yes. I had 6 fights. So I was going to do my 7th fight on him. And then I had a draw with him. So I took it that, and then I carried on. I had another couple of wins under Uncle Nick. And then I think 2017 or 2018, when Uncle Nick retired and then he passed away, then I left the stable. I went to join Sean. I think I had 1 fight with Sean.
Yes.
And then things were not easy, man, honestly.
Yeah.
Ups and downs.
Especially with the pandemic and everything. That must have slowed down you.
Slowed down everything. It slowed down everything. So from Sean Smith, I left Sean Smith. I went to Phumzile, which is my trainer now.
Now, yes. We're gonna speak
because of other politics. I don't want to get through to that, man. So I left Sean Smith, and then I went to Phumzile. That's where I entered to the international stage after my SA. So I had 1 fight with him, ABU title, which is an African title, which is I won that. I won that title 2000 and I think 2019, 2018. I think 2018. Yes, 2018 with Phumzile, going with Phumzile ABU. I was fighting Mantengu from Durban. That was my first title shot. I won it. Yeah, that's a very good experience with Mantengu. Then after that, I went to challenge SA champion. That was my biggest fight. That's where people started to notice me in the country. I was fighting Mahlangu. He just recently won. He just made an upset in Tanzania, won against one of the favorites there. So from there, after I challenged the SA champion, I became an SA champion. Very exciting moment. And then I had a deal with Ayanda. Yeah, being a national champion, it's a big thing, especially here in the country, man. You know it.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so from there I started to get into a international ratings after the a national title. From there, man, the journey begins, and things were slowly in the country because I did a couple of international fights with a Kaba promotion, with the guys like Luis Melendez, with experience, with guys like Reiko Robe, which he fought. He was just coming from a challenge. He fought with Ray Vargas. He was a WBC champion at that time, so he challenged WBC. Straight from that, he comes to challenge an IBF. He fought with me, IBF Intercontinental. And then from that, I went to Luis Melendez. So that's where I started to get into international rankings in IBF. I started to rate it. Even in box rec, I was in number 10. There was once I was number 10 after I was getting those fights. Yeah, man, after getting those fights, after getting those international fights, my ranking went up. I decided, let me go, man. Let me go to UK because things were going very slowly in the country. You know, man, you've been here, you experience it. You know, we actually don't have like a platform where we can be seen in South Africa.
It's very difficult. Yes, it's very true.
It's difficult to break through. You know,
you need to be. If there's a saying in South Africa, if you're not a golden gloves, you got a hard journey ahead. You know.
You see, that's the thing, man.
Yeah. And
that's the thing.
Your time in overseas, where were you again? You were in the UK, right?
Yeah, after I was ranked number 10 in box rec, that's why I decided to go to UK, man, you know, because things were going very slowly. I wanted to challenge the title, but you know what? Timing sometimes, you know, it does very good things, because after I panicked in the country, I went to UK, you know, work with the guy, with Albert there, mixing with the guys like Mick Collin, sparring with the guys like them, you know, getting all that experience. Also, you know, being in sparring with brothers of what's his name, you know, a lot of those guys are stars from UK boxing. You know, big names there. You know, sparring with them. I remember sparring the guy called I just forget his name, and also one of the brothers of Galahid brothers. You know, that's an experience. You know, since I was panicking, so I started to think maybe UK in my career will get back, we get better. So yeah, I contacted L, man. It happened. So I went there, mixed up with those guys, sparring with those guys. It was an experience. It was an experience, but things didn't go. Sorry?
Who did you say you called? Alman.
You know Albert.
Oh, Albert. Okay.
Albert, Siesta promotion.
Yes,
so I connected there. He said, look, I can look for a fight for you, something here in UK. He actually gave me a one fight with a guy that was fought. I think this guy fought a Galahid in featherweight. I fought him in UK, in Bucknell, I think, in UK there. After he fought Galahid, and then he didn't go back to his country. He's from, what country is he from? Nicaragua. He didn't go back in his country because I didn't have an opponent. So I fought this guy, and he came and he made featherweight and scale, you know. Yeah, and then I fought, and then I have to fight as a super bantam. But actually, I won that fight. But it wasn't an easy fight because this guy was a very inexperienced, very challenging journeyman who fights almost every month, you know. And he went full rounds with Galahid with the featherweight.
Yes.
You know, so that's where I saw, look, I have something in me. If I can go in things. Also in UK, things were not going the way I was expecting, you know. So my heart was in my mind, and my heart wasn't in a right a position, or was in the right state. You see, so I took that fight and I managed to win it. And look, I decided to come back in the country, and lucky my trainer, the guy that has been involved in my career, which is Phumzile, he said, look, man, the time is going, man, you know, let's approach Rodney and see what is he gonna say. And everything, that's where it started, you know, the relationship with Golden Glove. We got the warm-up fight, it was this year in March. with Said Chino from Tanzania. From there, bro, it took me straight from a world title fight, which was a war, which it opened opportunities for me because now soon I have a date. It's coming, and it's unlucky. It's not gonna be in the country. It's gonna be abroad. So
Okay, nice.
it opens
So,
opportunities
brother,
for me.
coming back to that world title, so you've been through all of these things growing up as well in Tanzania. You just touched also today on your career. I mean, on your amateur, being in this camp for so many years, 6 to 8 years, you're doing this stuff, and you've come all this way, and you've come to. I remember even when I first met you, we always saw a world champion. Your presence is world champion, and
Thanks, man.
finally the opportunity came. What were you feeling? What kind of emotions do you feel to know all your life you've worked towards this? And we've had pandemic, we've had times when you're saying that you didn't know what was happening, and you've gone through all of this, and here's your time. Now it's a time to become the IBO Super Bantam world champion, not just international champion or anything, a world champion. When you were offered this, what went through you? What can you tell us when this moment came?
Brother, I don't know how I wired myself through the experiences that I go through. Yes, I was excited, the feeling, but when you have big dreams, and and you believe that you're destined for something very great.
Yes.
That moment when it comes, it feels like this moment you knew it's gonna come. It doesn't. It doesn't give you. It doesn't like excite you that crazy. It's like
That much, yes.
You knew this step. You're gonna be in this step.
Yes.
And this is just a road. This is a path, and this is part of one of the achievements. This is just all a beginning. This is that moment when that moment happened of me being a world champion. It was a signature of, yes, this is what you've been destined for, and your road now. It was just an approval that it was just something that tells me you're in the right path. You're going the way you want to go. So I wasn't like, but I was happy that I'm still in the right journey and I'm going the way that I want to go.
Oh, that's amazing, brother. That's very, very amazing when you put it that way. And,
yeah, man. I don't know if
also,
if I explain it right, man.
No, you explained it completely right. Because I remember 2 weeks I was gonna fight for that other world title. It's not a big world title, but for me it was the same feeling. Was this means you're on the direction you're taking, the right way. This is where you're starting to go where you're meant to go. It's not. But
you in a path. You in a path. You in a good rhythm. Just keep doing.
Just keep going.
Man. It's the feeling is like I know it's gonna come. I know. Like I said, I have hope. Because this thing, it's a dream, and this dream every time when I wake up, I'm all about it. I'm working so hard to live it. And every time when I'm achieving something, it's like I've been achieved this. You understand? I don't know if it makes sense. It's like I've already achieved it. I've already achieved it because I've lived it there with my dream, with my mind. I've been there, So when I've achieved it now, physically, and the emotions are not there, not too much. The excitement is not there because I already achieved this by my dreams, and now I'm just gonna live it on that moment. It's crazy.
Nice, bro. Nice.
Yeah.
And now, what would you tell us? What does the future look like for Lamati, for 9mm?
like I said, I'm still in this journey, and it's exciting me. It's interesting, and I know it's not gonna be easy. And I will enjoy everything because I know everything that I'm gonna meet up with is gonna shape me. Because I know it's just I believe, man. I believe that everything now it's gonna come the way that I've been looking for. I've been working hard. I've been honest to my dreams, working hard. So why not? Look, now I had a shot in Sheffield. Going to defend my world title there in UK.
Okay, nice.
So yeah, I don't know.
This is your next part. Okay.
Look, yeah, we haven't like sit down and discuss and make everything, go ahead. But for sure, my next fight is gonna be in December in Sheffield. So we're looking to negotiate. There's a lot. I don't want to say unifications. I don't want to say a lot, but there is a lot. There is greatness, man, that's coming. I don't know what is it, but something that is coming. We're negotiating. So I don't want to come and blow things out without making decisions and sign things down. You know how this business works,
brother. Yes, I know.
Yeah, man.
This is exciting. I'm very excited for you. I'm excited for you, even for these news. I'm sure, with Golden Gloves, with your promoters and your managers, I'm sure they've got big plans and exciting news for you. Okay, will you tell us, when you're looking at boxing now in today's times, and you're looking at the featherweight champions, the super bantam champions, who top 3 fighters would you like to mix it up with in the world of boxing? If they say quickly, 9mm, your top 3 that you like to fight in the next 3 weeks, who would it be?
A guy that I would like to fight is the WBC champion, which is the guy just stopped Luis Neri recently. I just had to pronounce his name, a Mexican guy, but based in US. Or if I don't get, if I wouldn't get that shot, I'll love to fight Stephanie, the WBO world champion. Those are the guys that I'm looking forward to fight them. I want to mix up with the world champions, brother. That's where I see myself. That's
only those 2 fighters is the ones on.
From now. That's where I'm aiming. And the IBF champion, and the WBA champion. Those three guys, all those world champions, those are the guys that I'm looking forward to fight anytime, anywhere. I just can't wait to fight those 3 guys. They're not 2, they're 3. The goal is just there, man. That's all.
Yes, because you're in one of the top IBO, International Boxing Organization. You're there in the top 5 organizations. So that's interesting.
Yeah, man.
And your world ranking now is 14th on the
I'm 14th on the world rankings. Yeah, man.
Amazing. That's amazing. That's I think even every boxer's dream, even my dream too. You know you've worked hard, even when you're in the top 20 in the world. How many boxers are in your division? Even to be in the top 20, meaning you're working extremely hard. You're fighting the right fights. You got the right team behind you, and you're on the right path.
Yeah, man. Say that again, man. Team. It's the team. And if you have a right team, it's not easy. It's not easy without the right team. And boxing is full of hidden things. There's full of middlemen, man. You just need good people around. Serious, man. This sport.
It's serious, yes. I'm laughing because it's serious. It's true.
It's really hard to deal with the guys because honestly, there's no honesty in the sport. You see, there's no loyalty in the sport. That's why I said you need very good people like me. I look at boxing like this, you know. I'm lucky to have people that I have, you know, because I make sure I structure myself like this, you know. I will have a good trainer of which I know we have a chemistry and I learn a lot from him. And I will have a manager of which he knows boxing, you know, and he's going to choose right fights and he's going to make good decisions and he's going to understand the rankings, the boxing, the right fights, you know, and drew me, you know, that's a manager. And then you must have a guy that's going to look at these two guys that they're going to do their jobs. A guy that's have a business mind, a guy that's going to guide and see that these guys are making good decisions, especially the manager. And if you don't have that guy,
you're in trouble.
You're in trouble, brother. I'm telling you, you're in big trouble. I really appreciate the team. My team I have, it's really working hard, you know, and like I said, it's nothing you can do without a team. And it's very important to have people that you're gonna trust around you.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of hidden things in boxing, you know. There's a lot of things under the table. I just saying this, you know. I'm just saying this. I know people are gonna start judging or calling you big-headed, you know, and all sort of things. But if you're looking at the sport and if you see it's a head business, you know,
yes,
and if you let those things happens to you and people wrong fighters or whatever it is, you know, like I said, there's no honesty in the sport, you know. You actually harming the sport. People are gonna start. If you watch ex-fighters, I'm always around the ex-fighters, you know. I'm always around the older guys, you know, learning from them, seeing they all hate boxing from now because of experience. Serious, because of experiences that, you know, from boxing, they're being abused and all that, you know, and they become like, and then what you're doing now, you're harming the sport. The sport will never have peace. There will never be peace in sport when it's like that.
It's true. Because I don't think a lot of people understand the amount, even as the fighter, as the boxer, the amount of work, amount of sacrifices, amount of work and dedication you put in there. And then you got the outside people that really can make your journey or your time very hard,
you know,
in the sport.
I used to say every time when I step in the ring, I put myself in the coma every time. I might not come back there.
Yes.
You see,
it's true.
You know,
sport.
and you find guys going around and do stuff to fighters, you know, they're actually cowards.
Yeah.
You understand?
I hear you.
You know,
Yeah.
You know, when a guy busting himself, you know, putting his life online, and then you come with your knowledge and your information and everything, and you do something wrong to someone who put his line, who's a sacrifice for the team, with his life, and you do him wrong. You're actually a coward, you know.
Yes, it's true. It's very true, brother. And I like the way you put that.
Yeah, man. It's I know this can cause you a trouble saying out this, you know, because no one is gonna wants to work with a guy like that, you know, stuff.
No,
it's just
true.
That's why I never like, you know, that's why I never like talking, doing stuff like this, you know, talking out, because I walk myself, I do myself, I'm always do me, you know.
Yes, it's true, brother. So tell me now, I want to touch on your name, aka 9mm. Where did that come from? Where did you get that nickname?
Like I said, man, you know, growing up in the draft shit neighborhood, you know, it's everything that happens in there, you know. Also, I came back in Joburg with a reputation of, you know, not being in a right path as a kid. But I tried, you know, my best to change it, and thank God I managed to be in a right path now. So it came from the street, and then Uncle Nick gave it to me, man. You
Okay,
know,
very
he
nice.
just gave it to me because you know, a trainer can see and trainer, you know, sits down and analyze you and watch you and look at your background and, you know, and then he started to say, look, I'm going to take that name and put it in the ring. Your name is 9 mil.
Yeah.
Because also you sharp,
hot like a
and
knife.
also I was the smallest, I was the youngest in the gym, and
I remember.
you see, and I was the youngest, and I could spar bigger guys, and I could, you know, manage myself, I could handle myself. I said, you're like a 9, you are a 9 mil. They're not making any mistake. You are you small, but you can handle yourself. Yeah, you can handle yourself.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice, brother. That's very nice. My brother,
Yeah.
just a quick quiz we're going to do before we close. I'm going to ask you 5 simple questions for the fans just to know more about you. Quick ones. Just answer them as quick as possible. First one, your favorite color?
Do I have one?
Yeah, favorite color.
I'll take black.
Favorite food to eat after weigh-in?
Oh, pasta.
Okay. Favorite exercise to do while training?
I have a lot of those. Dumbbells, shadow boxing, get under the ropes. Love those, but my special exercises, I'll say push-ups. I love them.
And you love your push-ups. Okay.
Every day.
Favorite food to eat during off-season? If you have off-season.
Okay, let's say when I go out, when I go eat, when I cheat day, I like burgers, greasy, you know, Rocco Mama shit, you know, that's a greasy things. Yeah, I like that stuff, yeah.
Okay. And the last one, if you have young little youth watching the show right now, what words of inspiration would you give them?
Wow.
For the young youth, yeah. What words of quick line, quick motivation would you give the kids out there watching the show right now?
It's not gonna be easy. Stay composed. Be like a horse. Have blinkers. Focus to the goal. Because everything outside, it's gonna disturb you. That's all I can say, brother. Nothing more.
That's amazing. That's amazing, brother. But yeah, Ludumo Lamati, thank you for your time, for being on my show today on Ringside Talk. It was an honor to have you as my special guest. 18-1. That's an amazing record you got. Ranked 14th in the world. That's very great, brother. I pray for you. You're one of the guys that I look up to, that you inspire me. When I'm here, I look at you, I look at Mr. Tlamini, I look at Oscar Valdez. You guys inspire me to be a great fighter, to be among you guys, and thank you for that. And
same as here, brother.
Thank you.
Same as here, man.
And yeah, man, I wish you the best for your upcoming fight. I wish you the best in the future for your more titles you're going to be fighting for and winning. And yeah, thank you very much for joining us on Ringside Talk. Any last things you would like to say to the fans or to the people?
Thank you so much, man. As you said, man, we inspire you. We give you more. We inspire you. You do the same to me, man. I also look at those guys like Jamini, your hustle. You also do something to us. You touch us, man. Your way and the love that you're showing and the support. Those things does something to us, man. It's just being you appreciated and you being loved by a brother. It does something. It creates a very good space. Appreciate you, man. That's all I can say, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you
And
very
keep
much.
doing what you're doing. I also pray for you that everything that you wish and everything that you're looking to do to make a change of, it might happen, man. It might happen. Thank you so much, brother.
Thank you very much, Ludumo Lamati, and we'll speak soon, brother. Thank you to my fans for tuning in today on Ringside Talk. We're rolling with the punches with your IBO World Super Bantam Champion, Ludumo Lamati. Thank you, brother. Thank you very much.